My name is Andrew Francis. I'm a member of St. Thomas's Church. I participate in the mission team work that we do outside the United States in San Pedro, Belize, and we also do mission trips to the Four Corners for the Indians in New Mexico.
Hi, my name is Lou Raposa. I'm a parishioner here at St. Thomas for about 4 years now, and I was one of the participants in the Belize mission trip.
Okay, good morning. My name is Paul Boudreau. I am the sexton at St. Thomas Church. I'm also one of the mission team leaders here at St. Thomas.
Hi, my name is Julia Boudreau, and I have been on 3 mission trips so far, and I went to New Mexico, and I went twice to Belize.
Today I'd like to speak a little bit about mission and mission work that we've done here at St. Thomas. So St. Thomas has a great history of mission work here. In 2008, myself and another parishioner went to Haiti on a medical mission trip. This was a wonderful experience. That was my first experience with mission work, and left a very lasting and deep impression on me on mission work, especially mission abroad outside the United States. The tremendous need that's out there was really, I felt it a lot, and it left a very long-lasting impact on me.
When we go on the mission trips, for the one that we go to Belize, we help the Holy Cross School to maintain the property. We teach them a little bit about how to do repairs on the buildings. We try to help educate on different construction things that they might not know how to do, so that it's not just going down there and providing labor for doing work on a particular building, but it's to help them learn how to do it themselves and be self-sustaining. When we went there the first time, the school needed a lot of work, and since we've been back, they've made some serious improvements in the condition of the building and the property. So it looks pretty good.
Well, first of all, it was an opportunity to really get to know my fellow parishioners on the trip, and we were able to play together and pray together. And the other thing, it was really nice going to another country and to observe the culture and to help out where we could at the Holy Cross School. We did some painting and carpentry work, and even kind of MacGyvered together an extension cord so we could work a welding machine that they had there, and it was just a very poverty-stricken area. I mean, it was hard to look at all the trash in the area that these houses and everything were built upon.
My first mission trip was the New Mexico one, where we helped out a church, and I painted personally the stairway where everybody entered. We fixed up the church, we painted it all new and moved around things. And then after that, I went to Belize for the first time, and we have helped out the same school every single time that we've been. And just painting everything and like remodeling things and making sure that they have a playground that's safe to play on, and just making sure that the kids have a full experience of the education that they will need.
I brought those experiences back here to St. Thomas and shared with the congregation and other people who had expressed interest in mission work. So in 2011, we did a mission trip to Belize, and there were 19 of us who went, a good mix of adults and children. Probably, I think 11 or 12 were kids from the youth group here at St. Thomas. And we did an 8-day trip to Belize. We partnered with an Episcopal school, Holy Cross Anglican Primary School, over in Belize in San Mateo. And we struck up a very good relationship with Holy Cross School, the children there, and the volunteer coordinators there.
But the little kids and the people seemed to be, happy, given their conditions, and it was, very interesting. And even in the town, it was nice to see. We were preparing one night for a hurricane that was coming, and it was nice to see how all the townspeople, pulled together and prepared for the, impending disaster, which never really came. It was the following night, actually, that they had a lot of wind and water damage. But it was nice to be there and meeting the people and, getting to see how another part of the world lives and, just expanding, a world view, of humanity.
I think that we've built a really good mission community from the church. When we do the mission trips, there's a large number of people that participate in the mission trip. The last one that we went on, we didn't have as many people as we did on the second mission trip, but each one has been 18, 19, 20 people. The second mission trip was 29 people. The third mission trip was 19 people. I mean, people that are not going for the first time, but there's a group of people that have been multiple times on all three mission trips, which I think is impressive, very, very impressive. And everybody is willing to give and put their time in, and except for some issues with stomach bugs and some food allergies and things that didn't quite go right this last time. Very successful trip this time too. We had weather issues and hurricane problems, but we still managed to get all of the things done that we set out to do when we went there.
I think the impact is just so strong on everyone, including the people that go, that help out, and the people you come in contact with. Not even like the people that you're helping out, just people that you come in contact. Like when you're walking down the street in Belize or something, just going to get a drink because it's so hot, and you find somebody and you give them like $1, and it just makes like such a big impact on everything you do.
The impact. Well, they said that they have, seen some improvement, and the people who have gone in the past did say that even some of the dwellings in San Mateo itself have improved over the last, 3 to 6 years. I mean, they're not, hovels or huts like they used to be. They actually look more like, homes and, livable, nice dwellings now, but they're still up on the stilts and there's still all the trash. But the London bridges that were once there are few now because, finally they're getting in the sand to, fill in the area, and it looks like there has been an improvement in the whole area.
So much so that we've been back to Belize 2 other times. We went in 2014, where we had a 30-person group mission trip, which was amazing. There was parishioners ranged in age from 80 years old to I think it was 12 years old. So we had a great diverse group of people from St. Thomas who went. We went back to San Mateo, Belize in 2017. This time there was a 15-person group. Another great experience. And so again, having been to Belize 3 times, we've really struck up a long-term relationship with the people there in Belize, at Holy Cross especially. The youth group from St. Thomas really enjoy seeing other kids in a different experience, in a different culture. You learn a lot about the culture. You learn a lot about yourself as well when you're on these mission trips.
It's a great deal of satisfaction in going on mission trips. You get to see that the United States is not, if you're in the United States, you're pretty well off. Even if you have very little, if you go to other countries, you'll find that there's people that have way less than what we have here, and they're dedicated, they're committed, they're willing to learn, to try, to build, to grow. Sometimes they just need a little extra help, or somebody to stand there and say, hey, let's do it like this, or it's a matter of just going. Satisfaction, a lot of satisfaction, helping people to just grow and be better or improve their lives.
Well, it's hard because we also got a history of what's happening, and we're wondering about the future of the school and of the whole neighborhood, because from what we're being told, I mean, the big resort companies are coming into the north side of Ambergris Key, and no one likes to even look at this poor section of town on their way to the resorts and everything. So we don't know if somehow they're going to be able to maintain the area where where they live, or whether they're going to be forced out. So I mean, it's something that we all just have to continue to, I guess, just pray for that doesn't happen.
One thing that really caught my eye was just the difference that from looking at places like here in Taunton and then looking at San Pedro and Belize, how they their landfills are just trash, trash and water and everything all over the place, and that's normal for them. And I don't know, it's so crazy to think about somewhere where they're so unfortunate that they have to have trash all over the ground.
Aside from Haiti and Belize, we've also been to Navajo land. That was in 2013, and that was a relatively small mission trip compared to the other groups that we've done. There's a group of 10 of us went to Navajo land, so that's in the United States. That was a unique trip because aside from Haiti and Belize, this one was in the United States. So a different feel, a different look, but yet the need was just as great as anywhere else that you go. Great experience, American history, living American history, dealing with the native Navajo. So another great experience there. We hope to go back to Navajo land probably in 2019, where we'll lead another trip over there and reacquaint ourselves with the people on that in that area.
Satisfaction of helping people to find a way to help improve their life and their situation, to make sure that people get a good education. I think getting a good education is the most important thing. I mean, people need, if they don't have a good education or a good foundation in the primary school, which is through 8th grade, then you don't really have a foundation to do anything else with your life. And it doesn't matter whether you're in Belize or Massachusetts or anywhere else in the world. With no education, if you can't read and write, then you're kind of in trouble, with whatever the language is.
I enjoy knowing that I'm helping change for the better. The people that don't have what we have will be upgraded to things that they have never seen before, and it's so nice to know that I'm helping out.
Oh, the only thing you do have to, there is a lot of preparation for the trip. I mean, you have to make sure your passport is up to date. You have to get the proper vaccinations and inoculations against disease, tetanus shots, hepatitis, things like that. And be a part of the fundraising for the event. Because we try to raise as much money as we can for the school, and to also defray the costs of sending the team down, and also giving them some supplies and things like that. So we do a lot of fundraising before the mission experience.
2020, we plan to go back to Belize again. That'll be our 4th trip there. So we're looking forward to that. Fundraising for these trips is never ending. We've already started fundraising efforts for the Navajo land trip in 2019. And right on the heels of that, we'll be fundraising for the 2020 Belize trip. So the more the merrier on these mission trips. If I know it's a long time to commit. We generally go for either 7 or 8 days, especially traveling out of the country. It can be a little tough, but they're very rewarding, and again, it builds a lot of camaraderie amongst the folks who go on the mission trip. You learn a lot about your host people that you visit. You learn a lot about yourself, and you learn a lot about each other. A lot of these parishioners who go on these trips, we interact, and you learn so much more about them. It's a wonderful experience for everybody involved.
We would like to see the mission team grow. We we have a mission statement, which is to connect with and empower people, and would really like to improve on that, not just at the Holy Cross School down in Belize, but in other places in Belize, other schools, because the Holy Cross School does really well. They have lots of support, but we understand that there's other schools in Belize that could also use help and some support. Maybe not just Belize, maybe different country, different situation. We're willing to talk if people have something that they want to suggest. It's come talk to us. We do a really good job raising funds to do the mission trips. It's a good crew, good group, very dedicated, and I see it growing I see it as a big part of St. Thomas's Church growing in the future. It's just something that's going to get bigger and bigger.
I think that they just need to keep an open mind on things and think outside of the box. Like, don't think how you usually do. You have to put yourself in a helpful mindset and make sure that everybody around you is being affected in a positive way.
Come on down. We'd love to have you, and it'd be a really nice experience for you and for us.
Well, we always need volunteers. You always need to go back to Belize. Would really like to go back with some people that can help to. If we have to look and see what the folks in Belize want, but suppose they need. They want somebody to come down and teach them about electricity. It would be nice if we had an electrician that could go and educate on that, or somebody was willing to go down and help educate a group of people on welding, or some trade. I mean, these trades are suffering in the United States, but that's true everywhere in the world. And if you can pass that knowledge on to one person, then it usually passes on to like more people beyond that. Volunteers, donations, anything like that. Connect with and empower people. That's really what we want to do, and that's a really good way to do it.
So again, if there's anybody who's interested, please feel free to contact myself or the office. The office number is 508-824-9595. And you can speak to Lynn, and she can direct you either to myself or one of the other mission team leaders. And we'd be glad to get back to you and answer any questions you may have. Thank you.